Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 1CALCOLAB. This is meeting number 5. I don't remember the number, but we are so happy that you're here today. This is where there's 3 of us here collaborating, as you can see, and we have been working on the America Tank by Jeanne of On the Hook Crochet. I'm going to let my friends here introduce themselves in a second. But we want to say welcome in. We are so happy that you're here. This is where we talk about the progress on our tops. You can ask questions of us. We also have a Facebook group, the 1CALCOLAB, where we post pictures and that can ask questions there as well. But this is the instant feedback type of setting where you can ask us direct questions. So let's go ahead and let's say hello to everybody here. And I want to open the floor and ask Lorraine, would you please introduce yourself?
Put my glasses on. I was crocheting in the black. So I'm Lorraine from chatelainmakes. I live in Alberta, Canada. I've been knitting and crocheting since I was started knitting. Well, I learned how to knit when I was a child and learned how to crochet when I was a teenager. Kept on the crocheting for pretty much most of the rest of my life and picked up my knitting again probably in my 30s, I think. So other than that, knitting and crocheting.
Sounds like my kind of channel.
Oh, plus yarn dyeing. I forgot about that.
Yeah, don't forget about your yarn dyeing. I saw some of that this recently. That was really fascinating to see. So that's really good. And then we have Barb, Naughty Yarnies.
Hi, everyone. I'm Barb, a.k.a., as you heard last week, Barbara Ann. And I'm my channel's Naughty Yarnies, and it is all about crochet and knitting. I try to balance it out, so because I have some followers that just knit, some that just crochet, so I try to keep it as even Steven as possible. I have had my channel about a year now, so I'm trying to, get to that good old sweet spot. And what else? I'm in Ontario, Canada. I'm close to our national capital. And yeah, and I hope, I know there's a couple that are new here. So, I mean, if you want to learn lots about us, all our information's all on our channels and everything. We've probably spoken lots, but since Lorraine mentioned it, I've knit since I'm 9. Always knit stuff that was just basically knit, purl, cast on, cast off. That was it until about the last few years. And then I've crocheted. I took up loom knitting in 2014, I believe it was, thanks to my sister-in-law who introduced it to me. And then I enjoyed that for quite a while. And then one of my projects when I was loom knitting, it called for a crochet hook. And I'm like, oh, I was intimidated because my aunts tried to teach me to crochet when I was 16, not successfully, because they just crocheted naturally. They didn't know what the stitches were called. So when they crocheted, they just did this pattern. They don't know what the stitches were called, how to explain it, nothing. They just did it. So, but I picked up a crochet hook, and that is just how it started. And then I found Mikey from the Crochet Crowd because he has loom knitting videos, if anybody didn't know that. And that's what he started with on YouTube. And then he changed to crochet. And then, yeah, and I've pretty well learned everything I know from him. Like any time that I don't know a stitch or something like that, I go to his channel because it's just, I find his way of teaching is what clicks in my brain. Like everybody else might learn differently and might learn from a different method. But for me, it was like having him sitting there, having his coffee and me, my tea beside him and teaching me, because it felt like that way to me, so natural. And I jumped in head first, and I've made literally thousands of things in the last 5 years. No, wait, it's been 6 years this year. I skipped the 2020, I guess.
Didn't we all?
Yeah.
Or we
Gosh,
wish.
I wish. Wish. And that's me.
Awesome. I'll explain a little bit about myself. I'm Gina Pike, the Knitting Turnpike, and I haven't been doing this very long. I started with loom knitting. Actually, I did that for like about 6 months, and then I went into crochet, taught myself how to crochet, watching YouTube videos, much like all the ones we make, and found that I could actually do it pretty quickly. I just kind of fell into it really naturally, and I did that for a few years, and then I started looking at all the different types of patterns, and really saw a bunch of patterns I wanted to make that were kind of knitted. So I was like, I've heard it's hard. I'm not so sure. I want to try, but I kind of tried a little bit. Then I would always fall back into my crochet because it was always easier. It was faster. I mean, I did try to do a few knitted things, but it was harder for me to get things done quickly. So I forced myself in 2014 to knit for a year. I said, I'm not going to fall back onto my crochet. I'm going to knit for a whole year and just make myself do the patterns I want to do. And I don't care if it takes me forever. And I did it. And then now it's kind of stuck. And now I kind of identify myself as more of a knitter than a crocheter. And doing this crochet along, I've had to kind of dust off some cobwebs for my crochet skills. But I do think, like Barb said, I think it's important to do both and keep up those skills. And then when you see something that you want to make, it's not like, I don't know if I can make it because I don't crochet, or I can't make it because I don't knit. You can do it all. So, and maybe it takes a little bit longer for one type of thing, but it's fun. It's fun to try something new, and that's how I feel. I just do knitting and crochet. I don't have any yarn. I look at yarn and dream about yarn and drool over yarn on my channel, but I don't do any yarn dyeing. And in awe of those who do. And that's pretty much me. I'm in Texas. I'm in the United States, and hanging out with these two lovely Canadians has been a lot of fun. So I think what we have been doing, we're so happy to see all you guys here. I'm not going to go down the chat, but we are just so happy to see you all and just welcome in. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat. We'll try to keep our eyes on it and get to them and answer you directly. What we've been doing again is making the America tank. We usually go into sharing what we've done since the last time we've met, and then again look at the questions and stuff. So I'm going to, since Lorraine went first on introductions, I'm going to go to Barb and let Barb go first on sharing what she's done since the last time we met.
Oh, okay. Well, I will just actually start with what I'm doing. So if anybody's new here, because like I said, I know there's a couple that have just joined this week, and you can totally finish it in a week. Like if that's what you're just focused on is this garment for the week, you could totally get it done by Friday, and with the cutoff being Friday. I'm on my second one, and this one I decided I'm going to do a cardigan. And this one I decided I'm doing up and down instead of side to side. And here's just an ugly sketch that I sketched up to give you an idea, of what mine.
Wow.
So I have like the V-neck going there, and I've got the trim going on. And so what I managed to finish last night, I've had a kind of a crappy couple weeks, so won't get into that, but I had finished last night my one sleeve. By last night, I mean like by 4 this morning. And today I've been working nonstop. I did the math, like I did a timer to see how many minutes it takes me per row around my sleeve. And squirrel moment right now. I did say I was going to try to do my sleeves 2 different ways, that I was going to try it in the round and then I was going to try it as a rectangle and put it on. But I decided I did like a paper cutout of the rectangle that I would do. And then I put it on my arm to see how it was. And I didn't like how big it would be at the bottom. So it would be like a huge bell sleeve because of the size that
That's
my
a good
upper
idea.
arm is. And like my upper arm, I've got the bat wings going on. I mean, with the weight I lost and everything, and then working out as well, I lift weights. So my upper arm's a little bit on the larger side. So I said, I better do it in the round. I'll show it in a second on me. When I'm going in the round, guys, I'm doing one way and then I chain 3 and then I actually turn my work. So one time, the first round I'm doing looking at the outside of my project as I go around. Then I chain 3 and I turn it, which you don't have to turn the whole garment around, okay? So you're just kind of rotating the sleeve. You're just taking your hook out though, because that will twist the stitch, that top chain if you don't take the hook out. So you take the hook out and you rotate it just 90 degrees, and then, or is that 180? Math. And then you chain 3. Yeah, 180. I thought so. And then you chain 3, and then you're looking at that next row. You're looking at the inside of your work to do the next round. It kind of keeps it so that, you know, that line that you get in crochet when you're not
ladder.
joined in the round. Yeah, the ladder. Thank you, Lorraine. You get that. You don't see that ladder that you do anymore. So it's like, that's what I like about that way. And I did, but with mine, I'm going to show it to you and then I'll explain why it is the way it is. Okay. Let me know, ladies, if my microphone is like acting up, because when I put my sweater on here.
Okay.
I'll try to be as quiet as I can. I am literally 70 minutes away from finishing because I time my every row. So I know exactly for my second sleeve, I'm 70 minutes away from being totally finished. Oh, I gotta move the chair.
Oh my goodness, that is looking so good.
So there's the, I'm unsure, I could still put buttons on there. I'm unsure of that, but there's the finished sleeve.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did slower decreases up here because I sometimes wear a longer sleeve under another long sleeve because I'm always cold. And then I wanted it to jet up. So I started doing my increases a lot quicker to the cuff. And I don't like a really tight cuff. I like, a lot of times I do this because my hands are cold. And then this is how far I am on. I'm actually at the part, see how it's still a little on the boxier side. I'm still at this, I'm at the part now where I'm going to start doing the rapid decrease, so that by my wrist, and when I get to the ribbing, it's going to be the same tightness as this. So, and there's my ladder, if you will, but you can kind of see the chain, but that's tucked under my arms.
Yeah.
So I wanted it, the reason why I wanted to do it in a rectangle, guys, was because when my arms are down, I have the stripes going this way, but now I have the stripes going this way. So I'm not too thrilled about that. I really wanted it this way, but I'm just thinking of this now. I'm not ripping it out. What I should have did, and I know how to do, was to attach, do the chain, do the long chain, and then crochet my way back, and then attach and slip one, and then go into that long chain that's now the single crochets across or whatever, and then go back again. Dang, I just thought of that now. That's why it helps sometimes having people to throw ideas off of, because of that reason. It's like you just you can, like, I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself, right, about ideas out loud. So and my husband's working a lot more hours, so thank you. I haven't did around the back of the neck yet, for like a little bit of, I haven't decided if I'm going to do a lot of ribbing back there because it's kind of high up on the neck already, so I'm not too sure. But I used, sorry everyone, this is number 3 weight yarn. I used just loops and thread, cottony silk, because I wanted to use cotton this time. Oh, everything's backwards. There we go. So I wanted to use, this is the last of my ball. So this will finish the one sleeve, no problem. I did approximately an size extra large, and I used a 5mm hook because I liked the drape with a 5mm rather than on the band it says 5.5. But I liked a little bit tighter stitch. But then I tried a 4mm as well, and it was a little bit on the too tight side for me. So, but any questions from anybody about it?
There's a lot of nice comments. Let's see. It says all three of you are so talented, and learning from you all is such a pleasure. You make what it seems most difficult thing to me doable and actually something I could do. Thank you. That's from Ingrid. That's really nice, Ingrid. Let's see. I think everybody's just saying it looks great. Wendy's saying it looks great. I think it looks great. Cynthia is beautiful, really pretty. Love the colors. She says, could you work the sleeves separately? I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning about like doing the rectangle, that I thought that I was going to be able to do. If I sat and I had probably an extra week, I could have did kind of a rectangle, but sloped at the one end so that it was just as the rows went, I just did less and less, kind of the same idea as I did to make the V-neck part. And like Lorraine said, that's possible, maybe another one, and I challenge myself to do that kind of sleeve, or the other one, like I had mentioned, that's attached. But I could see that kind of being a bother because of having the whole sweater, especially during summer, right? Having the whole sweater being on myself. So, but yeah, there's so many. That's the thing, is there's so many different options that you can do, and yeah, it's your creativity.
I think it looks great. I think it's probably one of the most unique America tanks we're going to have, right?
Yep.
Because I don't think it looks anything like a tank. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You took that pattern and ran with it, and that's,
Thanks. I'm not one really for pullovers, like because I'm cool all the time too. It's like I could wrap myself up in it, or you can wear whatever you want under it. But I'm just not a heavy pullover kind of person unless it's winter and I'm really cold. But because it's made of cotton, it's not really something that I'm going to be wearing in the winter anyways. So it's more kind of a 3-season item, I would think.
Yeah. Let me get it back. I'm sorry. I'm messing with the settings. All right. I think it looks great. I'm inspired. Yeah, I'm inspired. I don't know if I would be that. I think I would want to try a few more wearables before I tried something that brave, because I think there's a lot of I don't know if I could do what all you did. So that's impressive.
Oh, it's just a matter of math. If you can figure out like how much decreases, like the angles, or like that's where gauge swatch is important. And you can even gauge swatch the angle, like that rectangle I was saying about having the sleeve. I could do a gauge swatch and then figure out how many rows it takes to make what angle, and then just do the math of how the distance. So in 4 inches, it decreases by 2 inches. So then therefore in 12 inches, it decreases, times that number by 3. So then you would know how far down it would go in the length of 12 inches or 24 or 150. So yeah, it's possible to it's where math is kind of fun in that way, because it is simple math. It's just, but you could do it, Gina.
You have more faith than I do in myself. Lorraine, would you like to share with us what you've done since the last time we've met?
Yeah.
Let me get you.
I was just reading a comment.
Oh, is there a comment or a question?
Karen. No, just comment. Nice comment from Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
So this is mine. back up. That's my second one.
That's beautiful.
So I did more decreases in the neckline, but what I did was I started the decreases sooner than what I did on my first top.
Nice.
So right now I'm working on the neckband. So on mine, I did the hag stitch for the bottom part.
It's beautiful.
And then I did a single crochet on the upper half part so I don't have to wear like a camisole or something underneath. And I've sewn up my side sleeves, or my side seams, but I only went up so far because I have to put it on and measure again for the armholes.
Right.
Yeah, so right now I'm just working on the neckband. And of course, this is with my mystery yarn. I say that because I have no idea what kind of yarn it is. It was on a cone, and I picked it up from, I think, from Value Village. It didn't have any label or anything on it, so.
Well, it looks like you scooped the back of the neck too.
Yeah, I did. I did scoop the back.
I love that.
Oh, so is it a mirror image?
Not quite. The back is comes up a little higher right now. Yeah. And I'm going to do ribbing on the neckband.
Oh, that'll be nice. Are you going to do ribbing on the bottom, or are you going to leave it open?
No, I'm just going to leave it. I'm not putting anything on the bottom. The bottom's staying the way it is.
I love it. I love how you did the two colors too. I think it looks really it's sharp.
Well, that was due to necessity, but yeah, I like the way it turned out.
It looks really nice.
Remind everybody what material that is again?
That's why I said it's the mystery yarn. I have no idea.
Okay. No, I was thinking the other color was a different color.
Oh, the black?
Mm-hmm.
The black, what I'm using Karen Simply Soft.
Oh, nice. That'll feel nice around your neck.
Yep.
And the other one was on a cone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got hair in my mouth now.
Someone is, let's see, sorry. No, I should forget that. Sylvia is asking, do you guys have your first top handy, or is it?
Oh, I do.
To see them real quick. Do you have yours, Barb, too?
Yeah, I
can run and go get it while you guys are showing yours.
Okay. This is Lorraine's.
Just don't show my picture.
Okay.
So this one I did just like the pattern. And I held two yarns together, a Burnett Matrix, which is like a ladder yarn.
Show it
that's
a little
the colored
more.
one.
Yeah, I want to see a close up of your shirt, so we can see the two yarns.
And then a cream color in the Cotton Fair I held together.
It's beautiful.
And then I added onto the bottom because it wasn't quite long enough for me. So the bottom I just did single crochets. And then I have a little picot trim along the bottom here.
Oh, I never saw the picot trim. That's really cute. I love that.
And the same on the sleeves. I got the.
Oh, look at that. I didn't see that detail the last time you showed it. That's really nice.
This one is heavier than the second one, the one that I'm working on right now. And I would have this one finished, but I was doing a test pattern for Poplar Yarns. So, for his new scarf.
Well, that's
so
beautiful.
I'll definitely be done by Friday.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, maybe we should mention that while we're waiting for Barb to
Right.
come back. I'll take you down, but she doesn't want me to show
Yep.
her a picture. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm still navigating. There we go. All right. There's Barb. But I wanted to mention this Friday is the deadline to submit your pictures to us in either on Facebook or in our Facebook group, which is 1CALCOLAB, or if you want to post on Instagram, use the hashtag 1CALCOLAB. It's in the name of this video if you want to know how to spell it. And we will be able to see it, but that's the cutoff for the final drawing that we're going to have. We're going to have one more live, which is July the 26th, which is next week. And we'll be doing a slideshow. And that'll be also the cutoff for the drawing. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. I'm going to let Barb show her first top, and then we'll get to that at the other stuff in a little bit. That's her first top. It's really pretty.
Sorry, guys. I'm just going to show you a photo of actually me wearing it because I realize I have a dress on and it looks kind of funny underneath. But I'm going to still show it to you. But I just got to scroll back a little bit because it was a while ago that I finished that one. But here it is.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
The tail ends aren't woven in there. They are, of course, now, but here we go. It doesn't usually hang off like this when I don't have, I guess it's the type of material and my microphone.
Yeah.
Probably making it pull. And of course I can't tell where I am on the camera. It's not like a mirror, it's backwards. So
it is.
Here we go, guys. It's yellow on the bottom. Well, wearing a dress, I don't have to worry about showing my belly because I, don't have pants on. So yeah, there we go. And it's short sleeve. It's this is the Red's Karen Simply Soft, and this was Loops and Thread Baby something. I don't know if I have the information in my book here, or if I had it in a separate. No, I don't. Oh yeah, Yellow Rainbow, Bernat Softy Baby actually colors, and it's a number 3 weight yarn, and I used 3 balls for the yellow, and then that's all I had, so that's why I did the red. So it took a half a ball of this Karen Simply Soft, and I used a 4mm hook on the whole thing, 5mm for the chain, the starting chains, anywhere I had a starting chain. And then the only thing, I changed lots. I changed the neckline because I didn't just do I think it was 20 stitches in the middle. I did 40 because of running out of yarn, and I added to the sleeve and I added to the bottom. I think that's
it
all
looks
that
so
I changed.
good.
Thanks so much.
I love the way you trimmed your neck and the sleeves, and it just really sets it off. Yeah.
My oldest son says, "Mom, you're not going to wear that in public now, are you?"
No.
It's really tempting because I agree. I actually like it more than I thought I was going to. Before I thought I was just kind of, I'm making it just to make one along with you ladies and everybody else, but now it's like, no, I actually do really like it, and it feels nice and with a pair of jeans on it looks good. But now I'm realizing even with this dress on, not up here though, I think I would have to add more rows.
Maybe a skirt, maybe with the skirt.
Maybe. Yeah good idea. Any questions about this one now? I don't think so. I just see everybody. Thank you,
we have
Carrie.
a lot of new people coming in. Thank you for coming in and welcome. We're happy to see you guys here. We're just talking about the tops we've been making for the 1CALCOLAB, and there was a question to show our first tops. Well, and Lorraine and Barb showed their first tops. Now me, I don't know if we're ready to go to me or not.
Absolutely, sure.
Okay.
There was no questions. I'm good.
Is there no questions? Okay.
Oh, somebody had mentioned a spaghetti top with
Oh,
a
yeah.
skirt.
Yeah,
and
that would be good.
Oh,
That's
that's
Ursula. Ursula said
okay,
that.
Ursula. Great idea. Yeah,
Mhm.
very good idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's how I wear
Mhm.
mine. That's how I'm wearing mine. I had a little tank top with the little spaghetti straps. I don't have mine on. And okay, I'll do my first. Okay, let me just tell the story. I need a starting point. I'm getting too excited here. Let's see. I'm gonna put me on solo.
Yeah.
All right. This was my top I made. This was my first top. And as you can see, I don't have it on, but I added, I did this in double crochet. I used True Boo yarn from Lion Brand, which is 100% rayon from Bamboo. And this yarn has amazing drape. I don't know if you guys can see. It's very
Mhm.
lightweight, very flowy. Some of the things I did different for my top. This was my first ever top to make. And I learned a lot, especially from these two. But it was nice to have the collaboration because we could bounce ideas as I made this. But what I did differently was you can see I did a side seam. I did a single crochet side seam on the side to help me seam it, which I kind of like the look of it. But I stopped at the bottom. I had blocked my top, the back of it, and it was really long. I ended up making this 31 inches long, and Barb suggested to do maybe a split seam at the bottom because it was so long. And I love this. So I left it like 5 inches at the bottom for a split seam, and it's very comfortable to wear like that. Then I made the neck a little bit shorter. Instead of doing like 7 rounds like she suggests, I did 3. And then I added beads to the front. I did 4 little hearts and beads, and I did that on a single crochet. I was doing double crochet the whole top, and then I did like 7 rows of single crochet. I just drew the heart out on some graph paper and then put the beads in like that. And then I did for the sleeve, I need a little bit more sleeve because I have the old lady arms. And I found a pattern in a book, this book, Lace Work for Adventurous Crocheters. It had a V-stitch top, and I just kind of took the pattern and made a V-stitch sleeve, little cap sleeve. And then I just kind of added it to the top and then just went back and forth and then just sewed it on each side. And here's a picture of me wearing it. I think I have it up. You guys can see that without the glare. Where's the camera?
There you go.
There we go.
That's me wearing it. And it's really long. It goes down past my bum, but I like it like that. That's kind of how I wear my tops anyway. And I think it'll be nice with leggings as well. So that's my first top. And the thing, okay, now here's where I have to ask for forgiveness because I didn't start my second top, but I have the yarn picked. I haven't been feeling great this week, so I wanted to get started, but I didn't. But this is the yarn I plan to use for my second top.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. That'll be pretty.
And I got this idea from YouTube because you guys use the variegated yarns. You know, I did the first one with the solid color. This is a Lion Brand cotton, comfy cotton blend. And it's let's see, this color is called Flower Garden. It's got lots of little pinks and blues, and so I kind of want something a little bit more colorful than what I just did. So
how many balls do you have with that, Gina?
I have 4 skeins, and this
Perfect.
is
yeah, that'll be good.
392 yards a skein.
392.
So I think that'll be enough. So because what I'm going to do differently for this one is I plan to make it shorter, not crop top, but just, you know, probably, you know, right at my waist, not so long. I kind of still like the neck on mine, and I like the way I did the sleeves, but I might try maybe a little bit, I don't know, maybe a longer sleeve. I may keep the same sleeves, but definitely I still will have some type of sleeve that I will add to my top. But I want to make this one a little bit shorter And I think instead of doing a split seam, I'm just going to do it like everybody, like the pattern says to do, to have the front and the back connected. So, and I think this one I'll do in a half double crochet stitch instead of a double crochet.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's my plans, and I'm sorry I didn't get it started. I kind of cheated a little bit because I don't have anything to show you other than the yarn. So I apologize for that. But
have you played around with a gauge swatch yet to see what hook size you might want to use?
no, haven't done anything but pulled my yarn out and say, I'm going to do it. So,
well, just to give you an idea, Gina, mine was using the 5mm hook, and I call it like an extra large size because it's I think 24 inches across on one side. I used 400. My skeins were 426 yards each, and I did long sleeve. So you're right on like four balls. You'll be totally safe with that, especially if you're not doing long sleeves and you're not doing it as long as your first one either. So
yeah, no, that's my
you
plan.
got lots. You might could do a matching hat with it even.
Scrunchy.
Yeah, that's probably more my speed. I mean, I love hats, don't get me wrong, but I really don't wear them very much. I made them, I just don't wear them very much. But scrunchie, yep, that would be kind of cool because I wear them all the time. As you can see, I need to. Let's see. Are there any other questions for us while we've been talking? I think you guys have been keeping up.
I have to look over here to look at questions, and I don't want people to think that I'm occupied, so doing like all these things at once is tough. That's a yarn blend. I was going to say you could have used your leftovers even for something like a bath poof or something too, but that with it being a yarn blend, you don't want to be using it for that.
The leftover Trubu, you mean?
No, you're the one you just whatever.
This one,
the new one.
Yeah, because it's a mixture. Is it mixed with acrylic then?
It's I think so. It's a cotton polyester, 50-50 cotton polyester.
I don't know about polyester, how that would be in a bathroom situation.
It feels really soft. I've been excited to make something with it. So I'm like, this is what I'm going to do.
This just brings me, okay, because we're ending next week, and I'm sure you're not going to spend day and night doing yours to finish it up. I mean, everybody is here, of course, following your channel and everything, but just to let people know that if you're interested, we can keep up the Facebook group and the hashtag on Instagram so that if you are making more and more, and I know Jeannie's following along as well, so if you want to put your future projects, whether it's next week, next month, next year, go right ahead. We'd love to see them.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll keep this up and answer questions, and I know that other people will be checking in as well, and we encourage you to post your stuff even after you finish so we can see it. This has been a group collaboration, all of us, and helping each other out. It's been fun to meet new people, and here, I mean, honestly, I think the funnest part for me has been seeing all the different variations. No two tops look the same, and and they're all beautiful, and it's a testament to the pattern that you can adapt it like that, and they all look great. So I'm glad we were able to pick this pattern and share our ideas with each other. That's been fun, a lot of fun. But next week we will be doing the wrap up, and we'll be doing a slideshow. We're going to be on Barb's channel, the Naughty Yarnies, and we need to ask you guys to help us out. We put a list of questions in the Facebook group to answer about your project, and I'm going to let Barb talk about that because she's been the one that's been doing all that.
I wasn't. I just wanted to throw in. You could finish up if you like. I just wanted to. Oh damn. Oh, you're saying about the Facebook group, putting the pictures in there. Oh my gosh.
Just lost your train of thought.
I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking, and it'll come in. It's basically we have a list of questions that we need you guys to answer. Is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
The post that the questions are in is pinned to the top, because Asa asked me last night where the questions are, and I'm like, it keeps getting lost as people post their photos and stuff. So look for me in my yellow sweater, and in that post it has all the questions. You just press on the screen to press copy and then paste it in the comments under that, or just send it to one of our emails.
Absolutely. And we need to get this information from you guys, because we're, for the pictures, we want to share all of this information with everybody. We're going to be doing the slideshow. This will be recorded. It'll go into a replay, and we want everybody to be able to see all the wonderful projects you made. So there are things like we need to know if we can, if you want us to share your name, and some details about how you did your top. Because again, no two tops are the same. So it'd be nice to showcase, like, I did the V-stitch sleeve, or, if you didn't do the neck the same way, or if you did a ribbing at the bottom, whatever you did, we want to highlight that, and the yarn you used, and, let everybody draw inspiration from what you guys have done this summer, and you're making your wearables. So, is there anything else I'm missing, you guys?
I just dropped my link because I guess there's somebody that just found me and asked for the link to the YouTube channel. So
okay, go ahead, Lorraine.
And if you don't have your top finished, your photo, you can still send the information to Barb for the questions, and then send your photo after, because Barb can just insert that into the rest of the information. So she doesn't have to do all of it all at once.
Thank you, Lorraine. That I totally forgot, and that's why I mentioned it earlier. I knew one of you would remember. Thank you, ladies, because it's a lot of typing up if you have to do it all at the very last day. And I mean, I've got a life too, so I mean, I like to crochet and knit too on my free time, and I don't consider typing fun. So of course, but it's going to make it fun when it's all put together at the end of it. But the process of it all, let me know when you ladies want me to let everybody know which people I already got the information from, so they know that their information I already have typed up.
I think it's fine to go ahead now if you want to. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just 1 second. I gotta get to the top of the list, and it doesn't scroll very good. Okay, so I have Sarah Lidfield, and of course I could say their names because they've told me I can.
Okay. I was just thinking the same thing.
I have all of Cynthia Mays, so that's going to take me a second to scroll through because she's got 5 entries.
Yeah.
And on my phone it's okay. Allison Roseboom, sorry, Allison. Teresa Burke Dukes. Priscilla, Distinctive Crochet. Sorry, Priscilla. I got Gina's.
Yay.
And so if you didn't hear your name, that's all the ones that I'm aware of, unless I've skipped. Oh, Berna Bradshaw. I've got yours. I don't know why I kind of skipped over that one. I'm just double checking, making sure I have everybody. And Elise
Duchesne.
Oh, was it Duchesne? I was going to say Dejanay. Elise Duchesne Armstrong. Okay. I don't know why it kind of jumped over a couple. Alice K. And that's it. So if you did not hear your name, I would really appreciate your homework being to type up all your information. Like Lorraine had mentioned, I do not need a finished photo. But the most important thing is that you give me permission to say your name so that it's associated and could be in our final. If you just want your first name, that's totally fine. That's no problem. If you just want me to use a letter, that's okay too. And I just put it on, and it will be the slideshow will be a part of our live, but we'll be there to view forever for everybody who wants to be inspired to make themselves an America tank.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks everybody for taking the time to do that as well. Like any information is like, it's not like, as much as you want to give me information, I'd appreciate it, because people would like to know the details. And in case we lose touch with you or something, say somebody's like emailing me a year down the road from now, and they're like, oh, I seen Cynthia's number 3 sweater and she had this part of her sweater. Can you let me know what she did there? It was different than in the pattern. That's all the things that we want to know. What's different about the pattern? And yes, Lorraine.
Also, too, somebody had said that our Facebook group is public. It is not public. You have to ask to join. Once you join the group, then you can see what's posted. So people that are not joined to the group cannot see what's on there, what's showing there.
For me, it says, I'm going to look right now, because for me, it actually says public group. See?
Yeah.
You have to ask to join.
Yeah.
But people could still view anything that's on there.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's not in the group. That's the difference between like it being public and private.
Oh.
We could you could easily fix that, Lorraine.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought it was just our group.
But we would, okay, so everybody who is in the group, like just following along and not in the group, like as a member, and you want to follow along for the next while and put your information in and everything and find my post for the questions, make sure to ask for permission to join the group, because Lorraine's going to close it down, so it's not going to
fix that
you anymore. So make sure you go in there today, and it's 1CAL CALCOLAB.
I just put a link in the chat as well. Somebody asked for a link, so I put a link in the chat. So maybe that'll help.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was public.
I noticed that yesterday. Actually, I didn't notice that before.
All right.
Sylvia, I see Sylvia's here. That's actually the one that we were talking to about. I think Gina and I were talking in the group about that she could very well get one done, because as you know, you don't have to finish. Like, so Friday, if you get to Friday or Saturday, preferably Friday, and you sent me all your information, send me your photo by Friday night, please, so that I can do the slideshow. You don't have to be totally finished. Halfway is great. And if you started, I don't think anybody started right from the halfway point, because we had said whips were allowed and then as long as they were like they did half a sweater, they could do it. But I don't think I've seen anybody that had started one and then with Jeanne and then came into our collaboration. I think everybody started from ground zero.
Right. I think that's right too. Yeah, I'm not going to be done with my second one either. So, I mean, join me. I'm in the turtle group. I guess, have we covered everything? Are we to the point for the giveaway? Or
I just want to say that in case anybody's asking a question, future, like watching this in replay and has this question, that yes, ours, you will see all the information again on the live. Ours is going to be included in the, what do you call that again?
The slideshow?
Yes, thank you. Ours, today words are bad. Ours will be included in the slideshow. Every single one that we've did, even if it's like a partial. So Gina's partial is going to be there too, all the information. So there's no questions. Everything we've changed, everything we've discussed about it, as much as we could remember, we will put in there. So that's going to be, but we are not in the draws, guys. That's all, you guys. Right. but we just wanted to have the information all there. And how it's going to work, if you have any questions, is it's going to be there for later. So, I mean, if we're on live and then you don't want to watch it, it'll be on the tail end, and we're just going to, it's kind of like a bragging kind of little thing at the end to show off everybody's work. We want everybody to be a star here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do all the other stuff at the beginning. Then we're going to go into the slideshow. You will not see us during the slideshow. It's going to be, this is my plan anyway. Our plan is to have the person's sweater. There might be, people have sent me multiple pictures, which is great. So some that are a picture of their starting yarn, and then a couple rows in, and then halfway through, and then some with them on their mannequins, some on the floor. That's all great because I could go through them all and put them all in the slideshow. And then as those are up, we will each be talking about that person's sweater. We will say their name, and then we will let you all know about every part of that sweater in case there's any questions. And then after it's over, if you stuck around, we can answer any questions. And maybe if the person's even that made the sweater, just remember what number they were or their name. And then we could maybe ask them what they did, or they could get back to you at a later date in either the group or the Instagram or even under the comments. And remember, before I forget, 24 hours after this is uploaded, so tomorrow by 2 p.m. Eastern, all the comments, so if you're watching this in the replay, the comment section, just click chat and you'll see all the comments go by as well. So if we missed anything, you could let us know.
Absolutely.
We always like to say that.
I actually have one more quick question. It's about making this second top of mine. And I just want to throw it out there because, that was my first wearable. So I'm not really say that I'm not a fan of seaming. It's just not, I don't care for it, quite honestly. But so I was wondering what YouTube experts would think about trying to make this like in the round.
Round?
Yeah, make the front and the back together. And
That's
then I just have to mark it like where the sides are so I can figure out where to put the neck in the front. But do you think that's possible to do it like that?
That's actually what I was going to do for my second sweater, but I decided to do it a cardigan.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the plans of what to do, how to do it in the round. And all you really do is do the math. That's how easy this is.
Just
like,
do it. Just do it up to the arm. Just do it up to the armhole.
Right.
And then you have to work each piece
separately for the armhole.
Yeah.
Just make sure you measure something that you like the armhole, because my first one is actually too tight on me. Like it fits, but it's too tight on me. So I made sure the second one I did a little bit on the looser side. And take notes, Gina, because we'll all want to know what you did.
Okay.
And then two more things. One, if maybe try what I had mentioned, two things. Start on the side. So your seam's on the side. You don't want it to be in the front or the back. Okay, because you will know. And turn after each one. So row 1, you're looking at the outside of your stitches. Row 2, you turn it and you're looking at the inside, so that seam stays pretty straight up the side instead of going on a slant. And then the other thing is just remember that it's going to stretch a little bit more because you don't have the stability of the side seam. The side seams are there. Actually, you'll see a lot of people switch knitting patterns a lot of times from in pieces like the old from before round needles, circular needles. People just use straights and they just seamed. But a lot of the patterns, that seam is there for a reason. It's to give stability for to lessen the stretch. And using the cotton tends to stretch a little bit. So just take that and note that where you want it, don't go, oh my gosh, maybe I should make it a little bit longer. It's probably gonna go a little bit longer on you anyway, eventually as it falls, especially doing it in the round. But I like that you're challenging yourself. Remember to Keep good notes.
I will. I'll even do my gauge swatch. I didn't do it on the first one, so I'll do it and I'll do the math. And I want to
Mhm.
do the math actually. I think it would have been better if I would have understood it a little bit better because I think that's where I think I messed up on my back was and I needed to measure it a little bit more. I just did it once and I assumed, I got the same stitch counts. It's going to be the same. That's was my mistake. So those are the things I learned on the first one that I won't do on the second one. But definitely, I think that's what I want to try. It sounds. I think it's, why not, right? Just see what
Mhm.
happens. Worst thing that can happen is I don't like it and I have to start over and do the front and the back in two pieces. And no harm in that either. So
Well, you said about seaming as well. You don't like seaming. There also is an option. You're doing it in the round. That's great. But if anybody else is watching and they want to do another one and they don't want to figure it out to do it in the round, you could also
Crochet
join
it
uh,
with crochet.
yeah, with crochet, slip stitch or a single crochet, or do like I had mentioned I think in our second live where I had mentioned about doing a whole side seam. So putting in maybe a 1 or 2 inch little side seam that you do 2 or 3 rows of double crochet or half double or the V stitch or something just to have a little fancy seam on your side as well. And then on the very last row, you just add in each stitch per stitch of the back panel and the front panel. So you just keep going back and forth.
Berna is asking us a question. It says, what happens if you don't turn and you work on the front side only?
Well, that like I'd mentioned, if you don't turn your seam is, will kind of slant. So have you ever seen a hat that when you're I don't know if many people see crochet hats, but when you're going around and around, I wish I had one. Maybe I'll show one in our group. But when you're going around and around and you just keep doing that on the same side, you kind of see the seams starting to slant a little bit. And it has to do with doing your chain 3 or chain 4, whatever you see the slant. And that's only in patterns that you have to slip stitch and chain to join. Not if, like, I would probably, I would, if you don't want to turn your work every time, you could also just continue in the round and not do a slip stitch and chain
Okay.
and see how that maybe make a little swatch like maybe a 9-inch round and it's just like kind of like a gauge in a way, but try to do that and then see how you like that if there's a big difference from, and you can fudge the bottom and you can fudge the top. So when you get to the very end of where you did your last round and you or you half double crocheted, you're still keeping track of your first stitch. So I put a bobby pin in mine. So, and I know I'm going in that first stitch, I move my bobby pin into the top and then I continue around. But when I get to the very last stitch, what I do is the next 2 stitches I do are single crochets. And then the next 2 I do are slip stitches. So it kind of takes that at a little bit of an angle. So you're not noticing that the stitch difference. I would never do it with double crochet because it would be just way drastic of a change, but I've did it with single and I've did it with half double crochet as well.
Oh,
Just try to remember to keep your starting point at the side. I would
right.
really, really recommend being at your side. And if you need any help, me and Lorraine are there. And I mean, I seen Carrie say she'll help you as well. And I'm sure everybody would, you know, help you out.
Awesome. That's because I mean, honestly, I see some Wilma saying, she's never made a wearable, was timid to try. This is a cow, and that was exactly where I was, Wilma. I'd never made a crochet wearable, but I figured doing it this way, challenging myself. I think I'm more accountable doing like telling everybody I'm gonna do it. So everybody asks me, how's it going along? So I've done it, but then I also had these 2 ladies and everybody in our group to ask questions, and it helped me tremendously because, I never would have added a slip seam. I never would have thought about doing the seam at the sides, and um, I love my top. I'm really glad that I did it, and now I want to do another one. So, I think just challenging yourself, just getting past that hurdle, but then having people that you can lean back on, like in this group, like we said, we're going to keep it open, so you can ask questions and we'll check, and you're not alone. So please try
I
to give it a try if you
I
really
just
really
had
want to. Go ahead.
somebody mention about asking me about if I have a video about that on my channel. A lot of this stuff's in my brain, and it just kind of comes out because we're chatting. Because a lot of times I can sit here, even with my husband who doesn't knit or crochet, I could sit here and say something to him and throw ideas, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Well, can you not do something to do this idea?" And then next thing you know, it's like it pops in my head. Oh my gosh, you're a genius! He didn't have to tell me exactly how to do it. It was just that me throwing the ideas and him saying, "Well, what about this kind of go off on this?" I was like, "Huh," makes you think. So it's like a lot of those things. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't think that would be interesting or useful actually to anybody, but yeah, I guess it totally is. I've learned so much things that are, yeah, I could probably actually write a book of the things that I've changed, because it's like, oh, that's got to be a better way to do. There's got to be an easier way to do that. And it's like, yeah, or like when I see something and somebody will say it's their mistake, and they should learn from their mistake, but it's actually me learning when they talk about their mistakes, because I go through a lot of channels that I watch a lot of podcasts, and people say, oh, you shouldn't point out your mistakes, but I like when they do that, because to me, I'm learning from their mistake, not just them. So I'm thinking, going, okay, so I'm hoping that they say how they made the mistake, and then I'm thinking in my head for quite a while. I probably zone out after on their podcast, and I think, how could I fix that so that it would make it easier for people, or easier to understand for people, in if I was doing this, such and such a pattern. And it's like, oh, so I should start having a pen and paper and start jotting things down, because you know sometimes I have so many that it's like I forget half the time. So
I love that. I love that you're that creative, and just it's amazing. I wish my brain
I
worked
like
like that.
challenges like that. Like that's, I guess, why I like that kind of stuff. It's, to me, it's a challenge, and I like a challenge.
All right. Well, I guess we are now to the point where I'm going to be doing the giveaway part for our this part of our podcast. We've been doing giveaways every time we meet. And what I bought for this giveaway, I was inspired by the yarn that I used. I have True Boo yarn. It looks like this. This colorway is blue. Creative. It's blue. And I have 10 skeins. So I have 10 skeins of yarn, and this one. All right. And then I decided, since I added beads to mine, I bought this little thing of beads. I don't want to open it because there's a glare, but it's seed beads in all different shades of blue. Like there's several different compartments in here, and there's different shades of blue beads, seed beads, that you can add. If you want to use it, you can use it for anything you want to, but I'm going to include that as well, since I used beads on my first one. So that's going to be the prize for today. And what we've done as we've been doing the Facebook group and the Instagram, is we've been all the pictures that have been submitted before this. The cutoff for this drawing was Friday, this last Friday, which was the 16th. And we've been collecting them in a spreadsheet. And as of now, we have 73 entries in this spreadsheet.
Wow. It went from 55 when I just had my live. Wow, that was crazy.
Everybody's been posting their finished top and everything and stuff. So, yep, we have 73 entries. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try something technically new here. I'm not going to share the spreadsheet because I don't have permission, right? I don't have everybody's permission. So let's what we'll do is I will share this. Let's see if I can make sure it goes to that. I'm going to try. We're going to try something new. Share the screen. All right. Let's see if this works. All right. All right. Let's see. Now, can you guys see that?
Yep.
That's what I need to learn how to do.
All right.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. So I have the numbers 1 and 73, and we're just going to generate a random number here, and whoever is on that line is going to be the winner of the yarn and the beads. So
Good luck, everyone.
Yeah, good luck. Here we go.
Lorraine.
Well, because
you got your Zoom face.
I know.
What did she do?
I zoom in.
Oh, number
it's very
30.
small.
Oh, I'm sorry. Number 30.
No, it's okay.
Let's see if I can. I'm scared to do too much with the Zoom because I might mess up my other settings, but it's number 30.
No, I can see it.
Okay, let me get back off of this.
Oh my God.
I know. I haven't perfected that, obviously. So let's see. Number 30 on our list is Carrie. My friend Carrie Alfieri is the winner of this yarn and these beads. Congratulations.
Wow. And she just mentioned that blue was her mother's favorite color. So I think that's, what do you call that?
Serendipitous?
Kismet.
Yeah, that's the word. See, words. But yeah, I think that's, yeah, she just had mentioned that. And look at that.
Congratulations. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get this sent off. And thank you guys also for participating and submitting all your pictures to us. Again, we're going to have another giveaway next week, and when we have our slideshow, and Lorraine will be giving away that prize. But we're going to be hosting the next one on Barb's channel, which is the Naughty Yarnies. Just FYI. And
at the same time.
Yes. Let's see. Is there anything else that I'm about to forget? I think I had a little bit of a brain. I had a thought and I lost my thought.
I'm rubbing off on you.
All right. I guess we're done. Is everybody? Let's see. Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for letting us share our projects, and thank you for doing this along with us. This has been such a fun time for me, and I know that I'm excited that I made my first wearable with all of you, and I'm going to start on my second one. Hopefully, I'll have a little bit more progress in a picture to show you guys next week. And thank you, ladies, for being here with me on my channel. And we hope that you guys have enjoyed this. Don't forget, please, to fill out all the information for your picture so that we can put it in the slideshow. And it's the sooner that you can get that to us, the better it will be for all three of us, so that we're not trying to contact you at the end and get your information. So thank you. And I think if we're done, is there anything you two need to add before we end?
I don't think so.
No, nothing I could think of. Anytime you guys have questions or along the way, or if you need any help what you want to fill out on that sheet, like, don't limit it to the questions that I have there. If you have anything extra to throw in there, just put it as a bonus question at the end or something. Just and you don't have to type if you can't copy and paste it. If you can't figure that out, because I know there's lots that can't, just type number 1 and then your answer, so that I know what you're answering. And make sure you say, yes, I give my permission, and what name you want me to, or Gina or Lorraine, to say. And then if it's the bonus question, just put it at the end and put, here's additional information or something, and put everything you want to tell us about it. Like, maybe you want to tell us how many times you've worn it, or what you worn it with, or something, or how you've, or explain your pictures. Maybe you were on vacation or something, and you wanted to explain where you were or something. Just let us know. Anything you want us to tell us. No information is too short or too long. Like, I appreciate knowing every answer, but some of them just answered a few questions and not all of them. I myself, I love knowing every single bit, so that if I was like, oh, I like that sleeve, I want to do that sleeve, and I know exactly what they did. I mean, not word for word the pattern or something like, but what was changed about the pattern? That's, for me, that's the biggest question out of that whole list, is what I really want to know is what was different for you, and how you like the finished project.
Absolutely. Any type of feedback you want to give us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right. So I guess we're done for the day. So thank you guys for joining us. We hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and we will see you next week on the Naughty Yarnings. Take care, everybody.
Bye, everyone.